Hello everybody, and welcome back to Crazy Bees Urban Farming. This is Debbie, and if you are new, thank you so much for joining us. On this channel, we try to provide content that helps you with your gardening, your cleaning, and we try to give you some inspiration for everyday life. So today I want to give you an update. Remember when I showed you soaking my bean seeds in water for the first time and seeing how they would do versus last year when I just didn't soak them at all? But I've always done transplants. Now I'm starting to wonder if I should soak and just go into the ground, because I've had these under the grow lights for 2 weeks, I think, and look at these roots. I moved one of my other trays or one of my other pots to do something, and I'm like, what is all of this? And I followed in it, and it came to the beans, and I'm like, guess I better get them in the ground. So we're gonna do this today. And we also started the sunflower seeds. So we have all different types of sunflower seeds that we got going on here today. This mixed sunflower is seeds that we saved. This is an evening star. We didn't save those. Titan. The chocolate cherry we saved. The Titan sunflowers are ones that we saved the seeds from. And the solar sun and no, it's solar eclipse sunflower. That's a new one I'm trying this year.
Evening sunflower.
And then the evening sunflower is a new one that we're trying. But as you can see, saving your seeds can save you quite a bit of money. So we are going to try to get these out of the things. I just don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get these out of the pots to plant them. Gently get it out of there. Thank you, Candace.
Wow, look at that.
Look at this, you guys. My goodness.
Better plant him.
We got to get her in the ground as soon as possible. So we're going to I'll take this over here and we'll show you how we're going to do the setup here. Did you know that sunflowers are actually called the fourth sister? Have you ever heard of the three sisters? That's with the indigenous people started that. And the purpose of them doing that was so that they could plant their corn, and then they would use the corn stalks and plant beans under the corn stalks, and the beans would trellis. And no, I take that back. They put the beans down so that the beans could get shade from the corn. And then they put squash down so that the squash could use the corn stalks as a trellis. So that was the reason that they did that. I've read lately that people don't always have success with it, and the reason that I'm hearing that they don't have success is they're not using the right stuff. For the corn, you're supposed to use the corn that you can dry on the stalk, not your sweet corns and stuff that you need to pull off when it's still fresh. Your beans are your beans that you dry, not these kind of beans. And then your squash would be winter squash, not your zucchini squash. So all of these things have a longer process and to go for a longer time so that you can harvest them all at one time. It's not the ones that you eat fresh off the vine. So I'm going to use the sunflowers.
Yeah, where do the sunflowers come in as the fourth sister?
Like the Titan and the Mammoth sunflowers have those huge stalks. You remember last year when we did that? They've got those very round stalks. So you can use beans as a trellis for your sunflowers, because they couldn't be used as a trellising system also,
Right.
just like the corn.
Okay.
So, but I'm going to do my sunflowers, and then we're going to plant these bush beans. Now I'm not planting pole beans, I'm going to do bush beans so that the sunflowers with their big leaves are still going to give these beans that shade that they need in the afternoon when we start getting our Arizona sun.
Definitely can't tell it's Arizona with this weather.
Oh my goodness. Excuse
you.
me. And then after I get these put in here today, I am actually going to start transplants, or start seeds for transplants of my zucchini squashes. And I'm going to leave space back there to plant some zucchini squashes, because last year I did them over here, so I need to rotate. So and I've also done them here with not much success, but we're gonna go behind the cherry tree. We've never planted the zucchini squash back there, and we're gonna do some plants back there, and I want to see if this works. So we're gonna get started on doing all of this in the back and see if we can get this stuff out of the pots. All right, so we are back here in our raised bed behind the cherry tree, and I've started doing our sunflowers, but I wanted to pop in real quick. You guys see all of these little things that look like weeds right now that are everywhere? Do you remember what I had planted back here last season? I had tomatillos and I had basil. And this is basil that I all let flower, that obviously started itself. And in another video, I'm going to show you how I saved seeds from the basil also, and the process that I took to save those seeds. But I wanted to pop in real quick and show you just how much basil we got coming up here. Some of it is gonna get buried because of the planting, but I'm sure we're gonna get some basil mixed in here too for an extra vibrant smell. It should be a very pretty garden this year. So when we're taking these sunflowers out, they also went crazy real quick. They really seeded themselves, so I'm kind of concerned. I waited a bit too long here, so I'm going to have to split these. I'm doing it as gently as possible, but they're really intertwined, so I'm just hoping that we're able to save them. This is painful.
This is painful.
So I guess we'll find out.
I wonder if they're eating the basil that's over there.
What?
There's basil over there too.
Oh my gosh, there's so much basil in this yard. So I'm trying to split it up. I had two Titans, so I put one down at that end, one on this end. Then I did the chocolates, and we had 4 of those that came up, that seeded. So I planted 4. I'm trying to space them all out so we get a variation of color. And these ones are the evening sun, so they're a more brownish yellow. So I think that'll look good, like right here. And so when I cut that basil, I left the roots intact and I let them dry, well, as much as they're gonna dry, because I don't shut my water off on my beds, even if there's nothing in them, because I want the microbial life to stay alive. And if I were to shut off my water, the worms and the microbes and the fungi and all of that that's in the soil would die. So I don't want to do that, so I keep the water running. So this soil is still moist. That's a pretty one. Okay. So this one here, I was trying to get them out of the little pot and I couldn't get them out, so I ended up having to go in from the inside. And this is the majority of it, and this is all the root I got left from this guy. So hopefully he'll survive it. Guess we'll find out. We'll plant them just a little bit deeper. This is a good soil mix. It's fairly loamy. Did I say loamy?
Yeah.
With the raised bed mix, and there's worm castings in here. There's sand in here, compost. So they should, because sunflowers even do
Here
well
they
in
come.
adequate soil.
Here they come.
Uh-oh. Oh boy. Better watch it. Okay. So we've got the sunflowers all planted.
When are you
And
going to
with
plant the berry bushes?
Basil. Dad has to finish that garden, and we'll add a couple more to that. And the other ones we got some that are bare root berry bushes. So we put them in a pot, and we're going to let them get a better root system first. We like doing that first. And then next season, we're going to be doing another bed just like this on the other side of the lemon tree. And that's where we're going to put the rest of our raspberry and blackberry bushes. Look at all the flowers.
Oh, yeah.
Lemon trees. They're so beautiful. The beans closer to this side so that those sunflowers, when they grow up, we'll be able to shade them.
When they grow up.
You know, get taller. I don't want to grow up. I just want to be a kid. Okay. So this is a purple burgundy. I didn't get that much off of my plants last year. I had to put all those vines up because the girls kept trying to eat my blackberry vines. And now she's just kicking dirt out everywhere.
Oh, Becca.
Look at that. Oh my gosh. That's just amazing. Plants just amaze me. They really do. You know, I have a shovel right there, but no, gotta get right in there with your hands. So that's purple burgundy.
She's very distracting. Hi, Becca.
This one's looking at me, but
I
that
know.
one's like, I'm too busy.
Uh-huh.
I got too much to do right now. You can always tell the purple burgundies by their stem, because they've got that nice purple stem going on. And I like mixing them up. But I did all bush because my trellises are going to be full of cucumbers, melons, cucamelons, and we're going to try loofah again. So I got to make sure I give it plenty of room this time. So I still have to figure out exactly where I'm going to put everything here.
Okay.
I believe these are the contenders. Here we go.
Very gentle.
Doesn't even want to come out of the pot. Here we go. It's not coming out.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I'm getting it.
Gonna be like Trump about Rihanna's Super Bowl performance.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
Epic fail.
Fail. Oh my goodness, that was so rude. Okay. Now, put that one right here. I better go down. But I can't go down too far because then the plant itself will be down too far. Okay. There we go, baby. I'm sorry.
Here she goes.
I'm pulling it straight out this time instead of trying to turn it over and do it. There's just so many roots that it's like Hard to get them through the hole even.
All right, we'll be back.
Okay, here we go. Not too much damage done.
It's crazy.
Isn't that just crazy? So I'm gonna try to get these roots down there a little bit, and then I'll drop some dirt.
Some of the roots are showing on the
Yeah.
backside.
Yeah, I got them.
It's always the backside that we forget about. Hair, trees.
The moon.
Show me your backside.
Yeah.
Hello, Rebecca.
What's this one? Red swan. This is a tinier one. It didn't. There's not much root structure to that one at all.
No.
We'll try to save her. Okay, so I got all the sunflowers and the beans put in, but I was just about finished and it starts to hail. I mean, it was raining this morning, but it cleared up. The sun was out. It was turning into a nice day. Now there was hail and the wind is blowing and it's raining. My poor babies. So I don't know. We're gonna have to see, but they were so rooted out of those pots, I had to get them in the ground either way. I didn't even harden them off. I just took them from upstairs and put them out there, and now they're dealing with all of this. So they're not gonna be very happy with me. So we'll have to see what happens.